Greetings, and welcome back to the MCOC Encyclopedia. Today, as promised, we'll be going through the path from 6.4.6 that I recommended in my previous video with the team I recommended using. This will allow you to get a little more insight into why I chose this team, how I play around the nodes, and the Grandmaster. This will be much more relaxed, but I still suggest you go watch that video first if you haven't already, as it contains most of the key information around this quest. And with that, let's jump in. So, here we are in 6.4.6, and we are taking the opportunistic cosmic path. The team today is 565 Doom, and then 6-3 Wiccan, 6-3 Jugs, 6-3 Colossus, and 6-3 Moondragon, someone I am yet to showcase on this channel. Juggernaut will be doing the heavy lifting for the path, and he will do a damn good job of it. Up first, we have Phoenix. What's the plan for this fight? Well, as always, we have to watch out for that tenacity. But we also have Phoenix's power gain from her special 1s and special 2s, and her regen right at the end, where she can also phase our attacks and we can't hit her. So those are our two things to consider. Our plan of action, nullify her buffs using Juggernaut's awakened ability, and just nuke her down with a big special 2. Here it comes, 1, 2, 3, nice crit on the end, and she's almost down. Tap in there, and now we just hold back, wait for that phase moment to finish, and then close it out relatively easily. The regen not too bad, because we kept her Phoenix Force charges quite low. Juggernaut doesn't need to worry about tenacity, because he's not parrying very much. Up next we have Heimdall, and here we'll be using Wiccan to really show just how annoying tenacity can be. I thought, hey, Wiccan has a lot of debuffs, a 75% chance to shrug off is high, but if we can get 1 in 4 through, we can still deal some good damage. Let's see how well that works. So we're starting off with our Neutralize, which is a passive, so we don't have to worry about that getting shrugged. Pause it by getting the resistance. And now we'll be going for, well, we can see those Incinerates ticking up. We've got the passive Incinerate, and now he will be incinerated every time he gains a buff, but the Neutralize fails it. So we've got 2 through so far, which is okay. Tried to heavy counter there, completely messed it up. Going for another light ending combo to get the Neutralize back. There it is, and we'll pause everything because it's a new one. We've got 3 Incinerates, 2 passive ones, not too bad. Remove another one there. And now we go for our special 2. See how many debuffs are left by the end. So that's tenacity, that's all tenacity, that's all tenacities, and we get one shock at the end. Great. Oh, and that gets turned into a plasma, and that instantly disappears. So at this point in the fight, I've fully given up on using the special 2 and the shocks, and we'll be going for passive Incinerates only. We want that special 1 out of him, which he very kindly throws. And then we'll be going for a medium ending combo straight into special 1 for a tiny bit of regen, and 4 total of those passive Incinerates, and we can see him ticking down slowly enough. We will keep getting a few of the debuff ones through, but it's a bit late in the fight, and that's the fight closed out. Still very smooth by Wiccan, but that tenacity really eating into his damage. Up next we have the glorious defender that is Groot, and we will be using Jugs for this fight. What do we have to think about with Groot? Well, his special 2 is very, very fast and also unblockable, and is really not telegraphed at all. So, preferably want to avoid that, but long story short, it's Groot, and he seems to just want to stand around at the moment. So we're up to our maximum momentum, looking for the special 1, which he very kindly throws straight away. His buffs are going to come in a moment as he's starting to count down, so I am Groot, and here come the buffs. So we've got to be careful we don't get too much power, so we nullify 2 of them. Really big special 2 there. Got 2 crits for the 33k each. Very, very nice. And with the Fury, we go for, no need for a special 1. 15k medium to close it out. No more Groot. Up now, we have Annihilus, and he is our first proper defender on this path, and we'll be using Dr. Doom. There is a full Annihilus guide already on the channel, and you've just beaten a big one in 643, and this one isn't as bad as that one. What's the game plan? Get rid of that Cosmic Control Rod as soon as possible, so then he becomes a bit of a potato. So if we nullify it off there, with Doom Special 1 and his aura, so now he's not going to be able to do very much. Very cheeky dex on that Special 1, we're going to be stealing his power, and I didn't get a stagger back on. So now he has the Cosmic Control Rod again, and so I get Special 2, or Unstoppable Intercepted, well I had my Special 2, so we're trying to go for my Special 3, but I get hit again, and at this point, I think, hang on, what am I doing messing around? It's just, I've got a special 3, and that stuns. Let's just use it. So, we use it. skip the special 3. Standard Doom cycle, medium, medium, light, light, medium, medium. We skip to light there. Normally it's 3. I'm running high Mystic Dispersion because we're already back at another special 3. The full standard Doom combo is medium, medium, light, 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 medium, medium. But here we go 3 lights that time, straight into special 1. I just don't want to get too much power. Nearly back to special 3, but I know a special 2 will close it out. So there's that fight. If he still had the Cosmic Control Rod up, I believe he would be immune to those Incinerates, but there is more enough damage on the base. Up next we have Hela, and I will be using Jugs, and it won't go very well. Hela, as we all know, an incredibly tough defender with her... she hasn't got much, I just kind of mess it up. Her physical resistance in this fight actually does a surprising amount of work for her. She's really quite protected, and I do much less damage than I expect. But so far, the fight's going to plan. She's standing there, and Stand Your Ground saves me. See the full Masteries video if you want more information on that one. And I'm just waiting for a good opportunity to get my Special 2 going. However, we're losing momentum really hard here, and I don't really want to go to Special 3, so I throw the Special 2, but she blocks it, so I end up taking a hit. She tenacities off my parry. I'm down to just 4 momentum, now 3, sort of tick-tocking around. Get the full dex on the Special 2 this time, unlike in 644. Now we're completely out of momentum. So we get back up to 6, we go for the Special 1 just to dump a little bit of power, didn't want to get pushed to Special 3. This is looking a little bit better, we're back at Special 2, I should have just thrown it, but I wasn't sure if I was going to get there. So we go for Special 2 anyway, without 10 momentum, but it really doesn't hit very hard. That crit at the end does some okay work, but the non-crit barely hitting at all. Nullified off again for some extra power. Okay, much better lineup going on here. What's the plan? Bait the Special 1, build up some extra momentum, go for a nice big Special 2, but no crits! Rubbish. We use our unblockable there. What I'm going to do here is throw that. On Juggernaut's heavy, we get staggers. Staggers remove her indestructible, and we go straight in for the kill without wasting time. Up next, we have Vision Arkus, proper defender, number 2, and we'll be using Dr. Doom for this guy. Again, our Doom is awakened, so the power gain we're going to be getting from nullifying his buffs from MD, but also we get to steal his power gain buffs, it's going to be a little bit mental. We could have used Wiccan for this fight, but mine isn't awakened, so yeah, he's not quite as well protected when he's not awakened. This is all filmed on the Content Creator Beta. I absolutely could have just bought an Awakening Gem and used it, but I decided not to. Watch the power bar, going absolutely mental, and we're already at Special 3 with Dr. Doom. I think he is the superior counter over Wiccan. The Wiccan is quite fun. If we didn't have Tenacity, maybe Wiccan would be better. Hey-ho. So we go medium, medium, light, medium there, just because we're getting so much power, and we're already back at Special 3. Mystic Dispersion giving us a lot of power. Vision Arkus' power gain buffs that Awakened Doom can steal. So we're rocketing up in power very, very quickly. Do note that power steal effects against Vision Arkus aren't as potent. He reduces their ability. He also tenacitied off my thing there, so I got whomped by Special 2. But it doesn't matter. We've got Doom. His power gain and power control is very, very effective, even against that Vision Arkus that's resistant to it, and we close out the fight with Special 3. Up next, we have Carnage, who, again, isn't the toughest defender, and for speed purposes, we'll be using Juggernaut. Will it go better than Hela? Well, as always, what's the game plan? Carnage doesn't really offer anything on defense, so it's just watch out for tenacity, use the unstoppables, and we're going for big Special 2s. Try not to get too much power, because there's much more damage in the Special 2 than the Special 3. First Special 1 coming out of Carnage, and we've got to remember what buff will Carnage be gaining when that timer expires. It'll be physical resistance because I'm hitting him, but it doesn't really matter because he's almost already down. There's the physical resistance, instantly nullified it off him. Nice big Special 1. Doesn't quite kill, we get a very cheeky stand-up intercept, and another Special 1 is more than enough to close out this fight. Up next, we have Global Chat, but after that, we have Captain Marvel movie. This fight will be absolutely hilarious, and we will be using Wiccan. If we'd used Wiccan for the 644 Captain Marvel movie boss, it would have been pretty much the same result. And you'll see why energy damage from Mystics is so effective against Captain Marvel movie. Very important to get walloped in the face to start with. It's important because reasons. And now we're going for our medium ending combo to gain some passive Incinerate. Each one is ticking for 3,600. We've got 3 of them. That's 10k damage per second. And in, 13 hits, she just melts. Every time she gains a charge, she takes extra damage. 13 hits, 20 seconds. Very, very quickly. The last proper fight on this path is Angela, and she has a few extra nodes on her. The most important one being Aggression, Fury. I'm going to take in Juggernaut, and comment down below if you notice the mistake in this fight before I do. What mistake have I made already? I'll explain when it comes up. So, she's getting a couple of those Aggression Furies. They are big. We want to get rid of them as fast as possible. So, problems to deal with Angela? Not much. But we're using Juggernaut. And congratulations if you spotted the mistake. Whenever a non-damaging debuff is placed onto Juggernaut, he loses his Gem of Sitarak, the red passive in the top left. No Gem of Sitarak, no Unstoppables. No Unstoppables, no big damage. So how are we going to get around this? Well, Willpower is offering us some very nice healing, because when the gem goes, you get a weakness passive, but because my Juggernaut is awakened, it becomes a weakness debuff, so we can heal from that, plus Angela's armor breaks for even more healing. Always know your champions well. If you go to a special 3 with Juggernaut, you get that pink Gem of Sitarak, which can't be removed by non-damaging debuffs, which means now we can go for our big special 2. So 7, 8, 9, 10 Unstoppables, big special 2, nice 34k crit on the end with some extra red damage, and we're going to close it out with another massive special 2. The mistake here was using Juggernaut in the first place. Pretty much any of my other mystics would have worked just fine. Last fight before the boss is this Sentinel, and I'm going to be using Moondragon. You see she has 1 persistent charge, and we can spend that charge to give one other champion immunity to reverse controls. However, she can stack up to 3 of these. And given that her, Wiccan and Jugs are all immune to reverse control, and I have 2 other champions on the team, finishing this fight gives me 2 Moondragon charges, which means I can make the entire team reverse control immune. Very nice. Use the champion swapper if you need it, but we haven't used it so far, so we're not going to. Right. The Grandmaster. Always have a plan, and if you cannot get through that first phase, with 1 or 2 champions, it's my advice only, but don't push any further. The fight just gets harder. That being said, I'm going to completely mess up this first phase with Colossus. So, phase 1, he can ban light attacks, ban parries, and ban dexes. He's banned the first 2 very, very quickly, so we're just going for dexes until he bans that one, then he unbans them all, gets the special 1. Dex, get hit, block the hit, he gets wounded, and now we're getting 37k mediums out of our Colossus. That is with just 3 tokens of competence. He bans light attacks almost instantly, and parries pretty much instantly as well, so we accidentally gain our first token of blunder when parrying then. Dexes get banned and then unbanned. Get hit a few times because, why not? Degenerating slightly. This is not the smoothest start to this fight. Get hit, block, and dex. And now we're going for a second wounded phase. Again, only 3 tokens of competence. We've got a few more armors here, so a little bit more damage on Colossus. If we want some more tokens of competence, we can intercept him, as I said. But, the honest answer is I would needed some footage of me not gaining tokens of competence, so we're not going to go for the intercepts. Here I've got 2 extra tokens of competence, and we've just got to be very careful. There's light attacks banned, there's parries banned. It's better to go for 3 tokens of competence and guarantee your damage than trying to be risky and losing them. It is far more important in this fight to do a bit of damage than to try and do lots and fail. So now we've got 5 tokens of competence, we've got our 42k or 41k mediums, so not bad at all. We're chunking the Grandmaster down, he's down 8%. So we're just going to rinse and repeat. Slow light attacks, and there I was a bit overzealous, so now we have 4 tokens of blunder. What can we do about this? Well, we know that when the phase ends, all the tokens disappear. So that's our way to get rid of them. We have to pass this phase with Colossus, or we'll just die and use someone else. Note the degen timer gets paused every time we hit him, or during his special attacks, so I wasn't hugely concerned. So nice 40k mediums, and he's down 10%, so we get a nice intercept there. And another one. So light attacks are banned, so we can just go for medium intercepts. So we've got up to 4, 5, and there he doesn't go for it. So we get parries banned. Just looking to dex, because if I parry him or hit him with a light attack, that's game over. And there we go. So we get another special one. This is why I recommend you do dex last, because if you need to dex and you can't, it's very easy to trigger, and you've got to be careful. So nice 66k mediums coming out now, and it's not quite enough to push phase. Apologies if you can hear the tram outside. Light attacks get banned almost instantly. I'm going for a few extra intercepts here. I probably shouldn't, but there's a nice medium one. That one didn't count. There's another medium one. That one missed. We get hit again, and at this point, I think, right, I need to stop being overzealous, and we're just going to take things slowly. This first phase is very slow. You can take it absolutely at your own pace. Just looking to get rid of dexes now. He's not quite playing ball, dashing into me. There we go. Doesn't count. Doesn't count. There we go. So now it is safe to parry him and use light attacks, because once all three are banned, they become unbanned. Get hit. Block the hit. Dex. And now we're really hoping we can push Phase. 50k light attacks, 70k mediums. And come on. There we go. We push Phase. Goodbye all tokens of blunder. He plays extremely defensively during his preparation phase. Very cheeky intercept there. We can just chain a few heavies. Nice intercept there. Intercept's no longer giving tokens of competence, but it's enough just to control him gently. Land a critical hit and we get on pretty much instantly. And now we're just looking for his special 1 or for challenge number 2. There comes the special 1. Again, extra tokens are on the table here. Block, Dex, Dex for 3 tokens of competence, but you can still gain tokens of blunder. We had inflicted damaging effect, which Colossus can do on parry, so that's how we complete challenge number 2. Gain a buff. I gained the dexterity buff there, but it doesn't count. It technically happened during the Grandmaster special attacks, so it doesn't count for the challenge. So we just have to get another dex. Not too much to worry about. We're up to 11 armours now, so we've got some nice tank. Very, very cheeky intercept from up close there. And now we're just looking for another special 1, or the challenge, as we're going along. As we are going through these phases, particularly phase 2, try and think what challenges are left. You need to know that challenge. I knew I just had whiff and attack left, and now we're getting some really big damage because we've got 14 tokens. And we gain an extra armour up there from the special 1. Tried to go for the stand-up intercept, but it didn't work. We've got whiff and attack as our first one, so just wait for him to back up, drop a light into the air that does nothing. That's fine. Going for another special 1. Again, we don't want to hit him too much above a special 1, because he gains double power gain above 1 bar. Really looking for that special 1, or we're going to fail the challenge. You've got to remember what the challenge is. The current one is land a critical hit. And that's exactly what we're looking to do. That one doesn't count because it was right at the end of what the game considers his special attack, so unfortunately I had to get another one. Not too difficult. Very nice light intercept there. Go for another special 1. What are the challenges? Block, Dex, get hit. So blocks, Dex, get hit. It doesn't have to be a parry. Just any old block is absolutely fine. Gain a buff. Again, Dex buff during the special. Doesn't count. Dex, Dex, get hit. So we're just looking for another buff. Oh, we must have got it from the armour up. There we go. Inflict damaging effect. We get that off parry. Easy. 200k mediums coming out of our Colossus. Yeah, we've only got 7% health left, but you know, that doesn't matter. His health is the one going down. So, challenges reset. Perform an intercept. That one doesn't count. That was his block. That one counts. Very nice intercept. And this is why I said and emphasised in the main video, you've got to be able to intercept reliably. Otherwise, this fight is going to be really painful. Dex, get hit, block. Fairly simple. And now we're just waiting for the next challenges. Whiff a light attack. There we go. Hit into his block. Just waiting for the next challenge to come round. Inflict a damaging effect. There we go, because Colossus gets it on parry because of that little burst of red damage. It won't do any damage to the Grandmaster, but it was there. Land a critical hit. Now we're just going to wait for the... Come on. There we go. Land a critical hit is a little bit RNG reliant. Very important you bring a champion that can in fact crit. Someone like Crossbones or Guardian, not going to be as good. Get hit. Block. There we go. Going again. What's the last challenge? You've got to know it. It was inflicted damaging effect. We did it on parry. Get some nice 150k mediums. Very, very nice. He's down to half health. We're on 3, but, you know, it's fine. Doesn't matter. Block. Dex. Get hit. Punish. There's always time to punish. Inflict damaging effect. Well, we do that on parry, and I'm really worried about how much health I have left, but we're still at 3%. Adrenaline healing's helping out a little bit. We've got 4 tokens of competence. He's got 16 total things complete. So we've got to push that up to 20. Can we get there? Gain a buff. Doesn't count on the dex because it was part of the special. Block. Get hit. Block. I messed it up there. Token of blunder in phase 2. Don't need to worry about it. A single token of blunder does nothing. So until we get to 5, we're absolutely fine. There is a modifier in one of the other paths where he will instantly KO you if you have 3, which is really harsh. Because if you get hit by the special one, that's it. Game over. So, got to be careful. But not on this path. So he's up to 18. We've got whiff and attack. So we whiff it. There we go. Absolutely fine. Very cheeky light intercept there. And we get tagged on the dashback by the special one. An excellent first run by Colossus. He's down to 49%. As I said before, I've never soloed this fight. I don't think I will anytime soon. But I'm not too concerned. Half down in one go. Very happy with that. Presence of the Moon Dragon goes on to Dr. Doom. He will be our second champion. Give him a few potions just to keep him going. The reason we've put the reverse control immunities on is because if Doom does get to phase 3, then we'll be protected in that phase, and we still have all our reverse control immune champions ready to go. Nice lag spike at the start, and we end up eating a couple of unblockable hits. Minor spoilers alert. This run with Doom goes terribly. We get the intercept there, but for some reason the Grandmaster's just not playing ball with me. So, well, you'll see. I left it in here on purpose. I could have restarted the whole path, gone for some better runs, but I did decide to leave it in on purpose for the sole reason sometimes it's going to go badly. You're going to spend 40 units on a revive, you're going to go in, you might even heal up beforehand, which you probably should, and it's just going to go badly. The Grandmaster here really isn't playing ball, he's not throwing his special one particularly well. We managed to get him round to his wounded phase 1, so some nice 100k mediums coming through. But you've really got to try and not get tilted in this fight. I am backed up right into my corner. I've got 1 token of competence, great. I really need that special one out of him, he's not throwing it, I get whomped by a heavy, there's the special one, and now we've got to do the whole special one really close. We've got Dex, block, get hit, really, really up close. Here, you can pause it to check the challenge. The challenges perform an intercept, but we failed that one. I didn't have enough time left on it. Getting tagged again. Just trying to get the special one out of him, please. And I dash back, I get clipped by the special one, and despite Doom's good armor rating, that's not enough. We got 1 wounded phase in there. Really poor performance by both myself and Doom. But we pick ourselves up, we go in, we do not get tilted, and we go again. This time we'll be using Wiccan. Wiccan is naturally reverse controlled immune, and on a medium ending combo we can inflict that passive incinerate. We learned from last time, he's unblockable to start with. It's very important to look at why you die and how to move on from it. As I was saying, we're reverse control immune, so we don't need Moondragon, and we can get that passive incinerate. Not that it's going to do any damage, but it's there for the challenge. I'm picking up a few of the resistance up passives with Wiccan. They increase my physical and energy resistance, and there's the whiff challenge. So if I do end up eating a special 2, or just any hits in general, I'll take a little bit less damage. A tiny amount of healing from the special 1, but we get the damaging effect, so that's what we need. Avoid the unstoppable heavy, and now we're just looking for the next attack. Perform a neutralize, don't get clipped by the unblockable beam, pick up another resistance passive, Dex, get hit. Now we're just looking for that intercept, and there it is, very, very nice. Another special 1, what are we looking at this time? We get the resistance up, block, Dex again, always time to punish. Another nice intercept, we've got gain a buff, so we're just looking for the Dex, there it is, we get on the second hit. Looking for the special 1 or the last challenge. What is the last challenge? You've got to know what it is before it comes around so you can plan for it. Here it's damaging effect, which I tried to do off the special 1, but it didn't go so well. So we're just going to bait the special 1 here, or his special 1, get hit, block, Dex, and on my own medium ending combo, which we just about got time for, incinerate, so he's now going to be wounded. 250,000 medium attacks off Wiccan, very, very nice, and we push phase. Very defensive to start with, so we can just spam heavy attacks, and even though he's very aggressive now, we can just keep spamming heavy attacks, because Wiccan has a chainable heavy. I could have actually kept going there until the first challenge, but I didn't for some reason. So, phase 3, we've got strike my block, 1, 2, 3, 4, nice and simple, first time round. Watching his power bar slowly creep up, here it comes, special 1 please sir. We've got stand still, there we go, and note, stand still can't go up during the special attack, it doesn't count. Dex block Dex, and I'm just waiting here. Get tagged unfortunately, that's quite a lot, but we easily close out, get stand still, and now I'm going to use, so he's got knocked me down, and I'm going to use my special 1, very nicely there, to also heal back a load of health, very, very nice. Looking for his special 1, there we go. Remember, he now gains power over time in this phase, not power on hit, so you need to keep that special 1 coming, or you're going to be eating special 2s. And I will be eating special 2s later on. So we're just going for well-timed block. I tried to go for the reparry there, didn't trigger, but there we go, we get it that time. Reverse controls trigger there, but oh, I'm immune to them, so that's the end of that. Knock him down, nice, he's wounded. We can go in for some 150k mediums, 100k light attacks. Not enough to sort of push him all the way down, and I wasn't expecting to, but not the end of it. So, special 2 time. We get dash back, so we can at least complete that challenge. Special 2. It will do a fair amount of damage into my blocks. We go from 40% to 24% to 16% max damage, and it drained all my power, even through block. But enough time to... We didn't die, that's the main thing. So, another special one. Get hit, dex, get hit. Sorry, block, dex, get hit. Remember that this fight was designed before strikers were invented, so you can bring them in, there is no punishment at all, though there is no advantage, but you can use them for easy openings. Remember, he is stun, debuff, immune, so if you need to knock him down, and you don't have a special on hand, a striker into a heavy can be a very nice way to do it. Block, get hit, block. Just going again, so we've got 8 challenges, we just need to get to 10. Stand still again, so we're just going to try and get that one to trigger without eating a special one. There it is. Now we just want the special one because I don't want to see a special 2, and I want to see a special 3 even less. So there we go, now he's wounded, so we've got 150k lights or mediums. There we go. So, another special 2, and without the resistance up passive, that one hurt quite a bit more, and we only just survived. We're down to 1% health. We can get a little bit back with adrenaline, but not much. And at this point, I'm trying not to give up, because we did amazingly with Colossus at 3% health, but we'll see what we can get. There we go, we trigger another challenge, that's good, so we've got a token of competence. Dash back, trigger another challenge, and I know at this point, the special 2 is my death, but I got 2 tokens of competence before the fight ended, and remember you can carry up to 5 tokens with you. So, Moondragon, who we'll be going in with next, has 2 tokens of competence to start with. Never give up, you can help the next fight based on your current one. He's going to start unblockable, so we need to remember that. And there are the 2 tokens of competence we got from last time. Getting hit wasn't part of the plan, but hey, plans don't always go to plan. Oh well. Right there, we get hit by his heavy attack, and very annoyingly, that removes all of my tokens of competence, so that's the end of that. We knock him down, and we can't use Moondragon's sort of psionic mode, because remember the Grandmaster can't miss. Can't miss, so we can't phase. Block, dex, get hit, punish. What's our next challenge going to be? Perform well-timed blocks 3. So there's 1. Just going for a reparry of the second one. So parry, parry. There we go. Another token of competence. Dex the special 1 beam. Dex, get hit. So block, get hit. It's tricky. Knock him down. Again, we can just do this with the special 1, but we can't use the phase mode. He does go sort of a bit passive there, so I can actually gain in my Psion Transcendence mode. Nice intercept there. Now we've got Striker's block, but we get hit by the special 1 first. Luckily, I have enough health to survive this, but it's fairly close. And now I'm up at 3 tokens of blunder. 1, 2, 3, 4 into block. Here come the reverse controls. We use the special 1 just to gain back a little bit of health from adrenaline. We can ignore the reverse controls because we're immune to them, and reverse control immunities help so much for this fight. I failed the challenge, but remember, as I said in the main video, it's worth failing it. It doesn't matter, we've got 4 tokens now, but we did damage. If we tried to get the last challenge and got more tokens of blunder or just got killed because we don't have much health, it would have been much worse. Here I get tagged on the dashback, and that's the end of that. So, he's got 8% health, 700,000 health, we have Juggernaut and a Dream. Let's do this. So, he's going to start unblockable, I'm going to say it every time. Juggernaut is excellent because we've got our own unstoppables, which means we can really sort of, if we do get tagged, we don't have to worry about it quite so much. We've got 3 tokens of competence from the previous fight, so let's do this. What challenge have we got first? Strike my block. We have to be very careful with Juggernaut because we can go unblockable. We don't want to go unblockable because we need to strike his block. Here comes his first special 1, so we've got Stand Still. Again, the challenge can't proceed during the special attack. Get hit, block, and dex. Remember, these will affect your unstoppables with Juggernaut, so we're just going for Stand Still. There it is, Stand Still completed. Waiting for the next one. Perform well-timed blocks, so 1, 2, get reparry there, and another one. So I see that special 1 is ready for it. Can we have the special 1, please? There it comes. What have we got? Dex, block, dex again, go back in. We've got Stand Still again, that's good, that's a nice easy one. It can help if you block, so then your character doesn't automatically run in, because that doesn't count as standing still. Here comes the reverse controls. Right on the sliver. If we were using a non-reverse control immune champion, this sort of moment is really, really worrying, because it's flipping right as the special 1 beam comes at you, which we all know is annoying enough as is. So we get the triple reparry there, big special 2, and we push into the final phase. What do we have to do here? Survive. That's all you have to do. And this is why we chose the opportunistic path. You can see that timer, it's half down. He's fully unblockable and unstoppable in this phase. It's a quarter down, and it's all the way down, but I'm pretty much in my corner. We can close out this fight with a special 3 from Juggernaut. If we'd taken any other fight, when that timer ran down, that timer ran down, he would still have half of it left. You would be in your corner with an unblockable and unstoppable opponent, and nowhere to go. That's why we take that path. A nice 2.1 million special 3 from Juggernaut to end it out. So, there you have it. Everything you need to know to beat 6.4.6, the Grandmaster, and every single easy path in Act 6. Thank you all so much for your support going throughout this. It has been quite overwhelming. In terms of future videos, I am halfway through making the Bullseye one, because I've been promising that for months at this point, and we do need to get him out because he's a nightmare on defense. But after that, I open it out to all of you. Let me know down below or in the Discord server what you want to see, and I'll go from there. If you want me to continue with the Defender guides, happy to do so. Do you want to dive into Act 7? Let's do it. You want to see my roster and battlegrounds? Sure, I'm not the best at it, but should be a good laugh. Or you just want to mess around with massive damage on champions, see what they can do at max boost? We can hop on the Content Creator Beta and go nuts. I completely open the door to all of you. As always, if you have any questions, leave them down below as well. And, as mentioned, please join the Discord server. A great place to get specific advice, ask questions, make suggestions for future video topics, and, while I'm awake, I do my best to be there as much as possible. Thank you, and I will see you next time.